We unleash our souls in voices and voice our hopes in dances. In darkness we wait for the light, and in the light we chant Lesedi. Images that we embrace in the light and the shadows that we fear in the dark. When days are dark and the wind changes direction, these children look up to your heart and mind and chant for hope is hopeless if these hopeful souls are caged inside these hopeless skeletons. Minds are full of ideas but the pages are blank. Ngolang midipale tsa lona di kabala ke ditaba tsena tse le tsamaya misikong ya tsona. They say the body for the mind and the soul for the body and the mind. We say art for the people and the people for the art. That's the gospel in the streets. Listen when the blind man speaks, for what he sees if his soul is beyond what your eyes can reach. I pen miracle streets for you to reflect on the stories of life. If you cannot feel trails of a soul when it sniffs through the pages, then I should write more. Inspire me. Banabale said, Tidinya Sukupu Sena Lonama Opadiaka. Ako limpide lendi toko sa mudisa ya mulemo. Ngolan libitola kali bikelang khonomantopa for my art carries a vision. Her prophecies are my religion. And every footstep is a scripture that leads you back to your home that lies within you. You who knows the bitter taste of the past and the time that chose not to speak of its history. There's a closed letter in the palm of a right hand. And every time you hit a chest against you hit a fist against the chest, it echoes. Call yourself home. 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 Ho. 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 Call yourself home. Lebitso la ka ke Thabo Marebole. I thought ke go sebedisa voice fela, but I'll try work with the mic. I'm sorry for being late. If the ground split, would you be fortunate enough to pick a side? Would the winds allow a kid to fly a kite? Do you have enough fingers to point at those who angered the sun? That old man never told me that this race would burn our souls to dust. Now we are one with the storms. We move in sync with that clouds that carry bitter messages for the fishermen in Beira, Mozambique. We are mad beneath the floods. We rush through these villages to give Zimbabweans new names. We have named them homeless. Ask a kid in Malawi to walk you through their odyssey, and they will tell you that it all began with the first drop of rain and ended with the last strike of lightning. When the world was cracking minds on what to call it to decorate their history books, a poor kid was searching for the mother's head, cut off by stray metal in this wind. Under false pretense, we stand in solidarity and chant, Relalelona, when our eyes are dry. We are global warmers, and it's on us that the world, even under this scorching sun, is a cold place. Kena le molaetsa o tswang ho badimo ba lona. O kileng ka marothodi a pula tsa medupi tsa dikgomo le batho ba inehetseng ho lenyora la ho itseba. Ba itse ke le bolelle ba ne ba le teng ha le le siyo, mme bosikong ba bona le ke le be teng. These sacred art spaces we created for our souls must never feel neglected, for they are home to our old selves that coexisted with life to instill wisdom into death. Ke ka hona lefu le ratang bahaleng. Le ha bona le lona empa ha ba tshwane le lona, hobane bona ba no moya. Bana le moya wa badimo, ba bohale ba madimo. They have spirits for a third eye. Ba tseba mofuthu wa bophelo le lefifi la lefu, but still they engage on a light-seeking journey on your behalf. Molaetsa wa bona ho lona ke ona. They said I must tell you to stay woke. This land that you're living in is turning into a marketplace. They might trade your dreams for Chinese hobbies. Tell you to hang your art in a supermarket storeroom as an answer to a desperate cry. Art must sell. Art must sell. Stay woke. Mesa Mohlwane Hapanyi. I think this one will be the last one. Hannah, hey. It's called Black Letters. I wrote letters to the past, commanding it to sing me hymns it sang of tune during its time behind the trumpet. This gospel was meant to carry me into a brighter sunset. I wrote letters to your future, commanding it to take away from you all 3 seasons and leave you with autumn, so you can learn how to paint brown leaves green without the brush you stole at the family gathering. I scripted a nightmare for the clock that hangs naked and awake in the darkness of a cold winter night. Clock, hold your arms still. For time only brought us weeks carrying days with the same names on its back. Summer that is only green on the other end of a prayer. Your brother was here, holding candles to carry light into his doubtful tomorrow. A dedicated servant of time and the future, constantly whispering in his prayers. We know that darkness only came to tell us that light was coming our way. Buried in the light are our dreams. Every time we pass by, we see them covered in sands of time. These are the wells from which we draw waters to remedy our thirst for patience, hoping that when the rain finally comes, they will grow to be seen by your mother harvesting white promises in black fields in Ghana. Your brother's ambitions are painted as supermarkets' names on fractured walls in Lagos. This Josie pavement sold us pots with holes. We are bound to starve till we get through our half-cooked present future. A girl child was raped in my dream last night. Before she died, your father buried her in his semen. At the end of the last clap song, as we unknowingly laid her to rest, she fell pregnant with his dark past. On the day her 9 bruises healed, she gave birth to her own death. And in her name, the village indeed wept. All she left to her young untainted self was a note that read, Dikeledi, tell it all to your mother. She could have gone through it too. Here, rape is labeled a culture. It has men dressed in animal skins and women burning incense to worship it. And to men who turn young girls into women, whose identity is fingerprinted on my thighs. You will raise dead girls. They will grow up to be your female shadows, and they will exist as shadows, as ashes. Like he always did, after reading it out loud, her uncle ordered her to go to sleep. Robala ka khotso dikeledi. That was supposed to be the last one.